Higher level geography has now come and gone. So all of you students who have experienced or the ordeal of the exam should rest and reflect. So the exam overall, first impression, very, very fair. And anybody who had prepared or put any work into it should have been very comfortable with the exam. And bear in mind, this is an exam in which students had two great advantages: wider exam, a question choice, and also more time to answer each question. So when you look through the paper itself, take the part one, the short answer questions, no change from previous years, good choice of questions, 4 physical geography related questions, then questions relating to the map and aerial photograph, testing your basic skills. So students should have been well able to cover those questions in the time that they had, up to maybe even 40 minutes to answer those questions. So that would mean that you could have answered part one without being under the stress of trying to get through them as quickly as possible. Now, the main part of the paper, part two, and obviously a section that would have been popular choice for most students, physical geography. Again, any well-prepared student who put a bit of work and did a basic good exam preparation would have been very happy with the choice of questions. So you had, for example, in question one, you had landform development, deposition process. You had in question two, for example, rocks and landscapes and human interaction with surface processes. In question three, you had isostasy again, and you also had igneous rocks. But that was a very fair spread of questions. So students, and I think many students would probably have gone for 2 of the questions there. I think so. In that regard, I think students should be very happy if the work that they put in during the year, and if they're able to recreate it on the exam situation, I think they would be very, very satisfied. Another section in which I think a lot of students would chose would be the option unit, Ge Ecology. Now, again, of the 3 questions offered, a very fair question, for example, on soil formation processes, but a lot of students would have been hoping for the biome question again, as usual. And this year it was on the human impact on the biome. And students, again, it was a repeat of previous question. And again, any student who had put in good work preparation shouldn't have faced any real challenges there. And again, it shows, the biome question of human impact shows that that geography is a constant, is a living subject, that it reflects on the great issues of our time, like climate change. So students who focus heavily on that would have been very satisfied with the choice that was available for them there. Now, in the remaining sections, if students went for regional geography, for example, you would have found, again, a good spread of questions. Again, there was questions on primary activity in European region, tourism in subcontinental, continental region, and secondary industry in an Irish region, and questions relating to urban development. So no major surprises there for anyone who chose regional geography. And then for students who went for the elective sections, for example, the economic elective, again, a good spread of questions, good choice, very fair. And you had the regular questions on multinational companies, you had the questions on the European Union, and questions relating to the environment, the clash between the economy and the environment. So, I mean, these are the standard essential topics of this section. They were there in front of you on the exam paper, so anyone who chose them would have had a very good choice from which to select their question. In the human elective, then, you have regular questions or topics that come up on migration, was there once again, overpopulation, a popular topic, land use in cities, for example, urban problems in cities in the developing world. Again, all of these questions are topics are regular standard fare that students would have covered during the year. So the exam overall then, each section gave all students a very fair choice. And I think they would have been very pleasantly surprised and with the exam. And I hope for most of them it was an enjoyable exam experience. And so as you now walk away from the geography exam and concentrate on other exams, you look back on what you've been through, and you've been through the most extraordinary year of upheaval that most students have never ever had to experience. And you've come through it. And if you can get through this ordeal, you'll be fine for challenges facing you in the future. Thank you.